Pagtaka, di ba dapat karapatan ng isang normal individual, lalo na yung naghihirap, nagtatrabaho sa gobyerno, nagtatrabaho sa isang empleo, na magtanong, bakit siya nakakapasok tuloy-tuloy? Hindi ba niya dapat tanongin kung saan niladala yung pera yan? Sino ba kasama nagpapalabas ng pera yan? At hindi ba nagtatakot siya ng mga holders? So dapat doon lang, marami ng smoke na dapat sabihin ay sunog. At dapat talaga, makapatan na agad at mahuli yung mga yan. Pero alas, ewan ko kung totoo yung narinig ko, nataling mo lang si Customs Commissioner, kagabi ba inahuli kayo? Alas 12, inahuli po ba kayo kagabi?
Ang umaga po sila pumasok pag natin pumasok na sa kanan sa
Pero pumasok ko, no? Mga apat po, di ba? Apat na tao.
I-check ko po sa po.
Opo, yun ang balita ko. At pumasok ba, at nagpasok na naman ng malalaking halagang pera, at tuloy-tuloy. Mabuti na lang, meron tayong Customs Commissioner na malakas ang loob, sumulat. Pero mukhang may hinaan loob ng mga sinulatan na sumagot. Yan ang papasukan natin ngayon araw na ito para malaman natin ano ba talaga ang policy ng gobyerno. Sabi nga ni Senator Dulong, nung lumabas ko ito, sabi niya, this strikes into the policy. Do we need POGO? Bakit anong policy ng Money Laundering Council? Kung may hiatus in the batas may butas, dapat lang sinasabi para matakpan yung butas na yan. Nasasabihin, kailangan pag-director mo, okay na? No way! Subukan nyo magpasok sa Amerika niya ng ganyang kalaki halaga. Sigurado, napusasan na kayo agad. At uhuli na kayo, ibistigay na katakot-takot o sa ibang bayan. So dito lang pwede, para tayong Havana. Kung walang panahon na pumapasok dito sa ating bayan, dami na nga tayong droga, dami na sinisingkir ng gobyerno sa droga. Pero tira ba pasok, mapasok sa customs, mapasok sa iba't ibang lugar ng ating bayan. So, inapi sila. Dapat tayo, makita natin yan. Maraming pang pumasok na MRR, MJRC, nasabi na namin ganyan mga pangalan, EOM, milyon-milyon rin yan, 3 million, 4 transactions. Itong si EOM, itong si RAAJ, $4,517,000, 6 transactions. Abay, pag sila kasama niya yung pera yan, pwede na tayong bumili ng 15 C-130s. Ang nakikita ko, tumatawag mga military, Secretary General Gloria Excelsis, makakabili na kayo ng maraming C-130. Pwede kayo bumili ng 4 aeroplano na F-35. Doon na sa unang na-discover namin na $447 million, pwede na tayong bumili ng 4 na C-130. Pwede na tayong bumili sa halaga ng isang frigate na bago. Pwede tayong tapusin natin ang problema sa eskwela. Pero ang lakas ng loob, tuloy-tuloy ang pasok ng pera, pero wala tayong, ayan, nakikita nyo, frigate 18 billion, isa. 4 F-35H, pinakabago, 5.2 billion each. Tama ba yan, General? Wala tayo.
Okay na, Papa.
Diba? C-130, 1.5 billion each. F-16, 3.12 billion. Ginagamit ko na ito, hindi dahil gusto natin bumili, pero para makita natin ang laki ng pera pumapasok dito na hindi natin mapapasok. So, pag kinonect ko ngayon yung POGO, ang tatanungin natin, may connection ba ang POGO dito sa pagpasok na ito? Nakikita natin ang POGO pumapasok ngayon. Ang unang-una na pag-uusapan namin ng Senator General at mga senador, di ba sa mga bahay? Sandali nga, tingnan nga natin ang nangyari sa mga bahay natin sa ating Maynila. Meron isang bahay, multinational bahay, isang nice subdivision na meron silang mga upper middle class. May mga doktor na katulad doon. May mga retired dito sa Senado ng trabaho. At makita nyo, if you play the tape, nasira na ang harmony ng kanilang bayan, dumami ang basura, nagkakaroon na sila ng brownout, at makikita ninyo, halos hindi na sila makahinga doon. 70% na ng mga tao doon ay POGO. At nagpapatayo doon sa building na designed only for 2 floors, nagiging 6 floors. Hanggang umangal na mismo yung mga tao doon. At meron pa silang firing range. Hindi mo pwedeng bandar yan? Bandar ba? Yan.
it's really taxing our resources.
Nakakita nyo, may power outage pa. Dapat din yung kuryente, overload.
And you know why? Kasi in a house na dapat single family lang yung nakatira, you would have sometimes minimum 40, right? 40 Chinese na.
40 to a house.
And then iba nga, 200, 100 plus in one single house. Tapos, yung shuttle that takes them to work. Siguro, I think right now, we have at least 500 vehicles. May mga vans, may mga buses. So you can imagine pati yung traffic na nakukos namin, yung footprint, tumakas. So generally, I could say na meron talagang deterioration ng quality of life. Nakaranas na kami na sa village namin, nagkaroon ng rain. And then, there were so many witness residents na nagsabi na may mga tumalon from the third floor of that house na mga nakakubad na lalaki at babae. Siguro ginawang sex din yung that particular house. Halimbawa, yung aming sanitation, yung pagdami ng basura na dramatic. In fact, hindi nakakakook yung collection ng basura, no?
Yung mga bahay natin, ngayon
multinational, they're supposed to be R1. Ang R1 kasi is low density, single family dwelling lang dapat. Pero ngayon, is may mga bagong structure, ang pinapatayo ngayon, mga tenement houses na ugad ng mga POGO na nga kami ngayon, kami yung number 1 na threat na magkaroon ng contamination. Now, since hindi naman ako control mismo ng homeowners association, ilan ba sa mga mainlanders na yan ang nanggaling sa Wuhan?
Imagine, firing range inside the village. Alam namin wala din building permit because it is in an open space.
Hindi nila kinonsult din ng homeowners. Sinasabi lang nila na kaya sila nagdalig na to teach the enthusiasts to be responsible gun owners. But the point is, pagod yan eh. So, it has no place in quiet sa mundo.
Kasi ang hindi maganda, naandun sa malapit sa recreation area ng village, malapit sa swimming pool, malapit sa Sulia where we have events. So parang nakakatakot yan, di ba?
Tataka kami, is this connected to the influx of the Chinese Finlanders?
Sabi ko, baka mga
Ayan yung mga po sila.
or may mga ganong hinala, may mga ganong takot ang mga ibang homeowners.
Tingnan naman ito mga nakapasok sa ating village, hindi na natin kilala. It's really not safe anymore. Yun yung pinakamuwari namin.
Now, this is a video done by the villagers themselves sa pinadala dito out of desperation. Now, you will recall, mayroong firing range. You will recall just recently, about last week, may mga nagpatayan dyan, tatlo yan. Nakakuha ng dalawang 45 at saka isang 9mm, pala Chinese. At ngayon nakuha pang dalawang PLA ID card. Kasabihin ng Chinese ambassador, itutubo sila. Nakuha dun eh. In fact, dapat ang gawin ng gobyerno natin, itanong bakit may PLA card dito, pero ba kayong pinapadala dito para maliwanag nila. Pero ang nangyayari ay tila walang humpay ang pagpasok dito at talagang nasisira na ang harmony ng ating bayan. Now, alam naman natin, mamaya malalaman natin kung yung pumapasok na pera yan pwede naman pumasok sa suspicious transactions yan. Na pwede natin ito na, may mga standards dyan sa money laundering ito. Pero ang mas masakit yan, pagka lumabas at nagsama na yung POGO at saka itong money laundering na ito, ay talaga baka pati tayo malagay sa gray area or black area ng FITI, no? FITI, no? Yung nagsasabi na maba-blacklist tayo.
FITF.
Na walang tatanggap na sa mga bangko natin, di ba, internationally. So, yan ang mga tinatamaan tayo dyan. At lahat yan, kino-cover nga ng money laundering kaya dapat maayos natin kagad itong problema ito. Di na ako magpapangaba and I think what we've shown here speak for itself. At dapat umpisahan natin at I'm sure Senator General has a lot of questions. Out of respect for his seniority here, I will deliver the preliminary questions. Thank you very much. Senator General?
Just for the record, you're older than me. So.
This is yin and yang.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Thank you very much. Maybe we can start, Mr. Chair, with a description on the record of the process or the rules governing the entry of cash in our borders. Because we've been talking about this, but I don't know if I'm alone on this, but I really have no information on the process that would be followed in the bringing in of cash. From the way I look at it, there are a number of agencies involved. The Banco Central, of course, Customs, the BIR, the International Airport, the Bureau of Immigration, etc., etc., etc. I don't know who else. But is there a document that coordinates all of these agencies?
I'm told there's a coordinating initiative. Maybe they can confirm. On that group.
Who is on top of this? Who would know? Who can give this committee a brief outline on what is the role of these different agencies? For example, nobody can answer this. For example, if there is failure to declare a sum of money being brought into the country, what happens? Okay. Who can answer this?
Customs Commissioner Guerrero,
Yes.
you have a case, right? 700,000
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
dollars.
Each agency has its own mandate when it comes to importation of goods. As far as the customs is concerned, the relevant law here is the Customs Modernization Act, particularly following sections 117 about regulated importation exploitation, section 1113, property subject to seizure and forfeiture, 1403, concerning fraudulent practices against customs revenue, and 1401, governing unlawful importation and exploitation. Basically, sir, what is the governing principle here is customs is mandated to effect the seizure of all illegal goods, meaning goods that enter into the country.
So, just to be clear, if the cash beyond a certain amount, let's say what, 10,000 pesos? Or
$10,000.
$10,000 is not declared,
As far
the
as
customs would have the authority to confiscate this.
yes, sir.
Now, after confiscation, what do you do?
Normally, sir, we follow the relevant agencies, sir.
You file a case
Yes, sir. The 5 cases are
for forfeiture or for a criminal case?
in our case, sir, it's smuggling, sir. Illegal importation, sir.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, illegal. That is covered by illegal importation, sir.
So, it's a criminal
It's
case.
a criminal case, sir.
Have you filed any criminal case?
Yes, sir. Involving the 3 personalities we apprehended, sir.
Okay.
Excuse me. In other words, you're treating cash as goods.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I just want to clarify that.
Thank you very much. Now, that's clear if it is declared. I'm sorry, if it is not declared. If it is declared, what's the process? And because this is asked of us, if it is declared, what can we do and what does the present law provide? Maybe we will ask the Anti-Money Laundering Council, suppose it is declared.
Attorney Rosales?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Can I explain the process po? So, under the existing legal framework po, the applicable laws that are being implemented are yung BSP Circular 308 The BSP is the primary regulator for bringing in and out of foreign currency. And as the Commissioner has mentioned, there are customs laws that they implement as well. So the foreign currency declaration forms would require certain information from passengers. And that would include the sources of funds as well.
To me, maliwanag pag hindi dineclare. Ang problema ko, pag dineclare. I think in almost many instances cited by our chair, they were declared.
Declared. All of that,
They were declared, otherwise she would not have access to that. So if it is declared, what can the AMLC do? It is certainly huge sums of money declared to be coming in. It must raise alarms. What is the present rule or regulation insofar as sums which are declared are concerned? We will just allow this? Is that what you're telling us, sir?
So existing process, Mr. Chair, is the foreign currency declaration forms are gathered by the Bureau of Customs and submitted to the AMLC within 10 days following the month.
So, one by one, it is that the declaration is through the customs is transmitted to the Anti-Money Laundering Council.
Monthly, Mr. Chair,
Monthly,
within 10 days after the month.
within 10 days after the month.
All declarations in January should be submitted to the
So that we are now March, whatever, 5 or 6. All those transactions in February is reported about this week.
Yes,
Now, of course, by this week, ubus na yun, hindi mo na alam kung saan punta yung pera. But anyway, just assuming that this happened. Now that after you have received this report, what do you do?
we process it in the same manner that we process intelligence information, because to us, these are intelligence information, Mr. Chair. And we observe the trends and gather intelligence information.
So this is an intelligence info. So what do you do with this intelligence information?
After establishing some doubts as to the, of course, yung suspicious character or suspicious activities, we share this information with our counterparts. So, papasok na po dyan yung mga other intelligence agencies.
Let's go to the application of what you're describing to us as the rule. Senator Gordon showed to us hundreds of millions of dollars in cash being brought to our borders. If we are to accept your statement, then this was reported because this was declared. So what had happened to this? What did you do with this information? You said you consider this as intelligence information. So what did you do with this intelligence information?
So just like any other intelligence information, which we started in March 20 of 2019, there were several foreign currencies already that were brought in as early as March 20, 2019.
As early as March 2019, declared in our borders.
Whether declared and undeclared,
Yes.
po yung...
How much would that be? Just out of curiosity. That's about a year ago, for the past 1 year.
That's ranging from 200,000 to 900,000 US dollars.
I am interested, the committee would be interested in the total. For 1 year, approximately, what would be the total declared sums of money in cash that went through our customs and reported to the AMLC?
From January to March of 2019, it reached 1 billion pesos.
1 billion pesos.
Ra-
Roughly, in dollars?
1 billion pesos, so that would be
Roughly,
20 million US dollars.
Maliit yun. $20 million, 1 billion pesos from January to March.
200 million US dollars.
again, what the dates covered? Can you please-
January
Can you state your testimony from January
to March of 2019.
to March of 2019, 1 billion pesos, 3 months. Now, the question that I asked is, you said you started monitoring this or doing something about it in March of 2019. We are now March of 2020. Can you tell us the parameters or the volume or the amounts that came in, reported?
So, Mr. Chair, we gathered several information.
No, these are based on reports because these are custom declaration and it is sent to your office. So it is not just report. These are based on documents. How much would that be?
For the entire year, 2019.
Yes, okay, for 1 year. Let's say, okay, say 2019, sige mo na. 2019, how much? So that we will know what we're talking about here.
Parameters.
The parameters.
For the declarations of individuals, Mr. Chair, the top currencies are US dollars. Approximately around $336 million came in 2019. Japanese yen is around 2,749 Japanese yen million. For Hong Kong dollars, approximately $215 million.
Okay, just so we can fully appreciate it, just translate it in dollars, the two other currencies that you mentioned. You said $336 million for 2019 plus 2.7 billion yen and some Hong Kong dollars, just approximately. How much would that be in total for 2019? Okay, can you ask your staff to compute? In the meantime, how much came in since January of 2020? Because many of these revelations of central government appears to be in 2020.
Mr. Chair, for January to February,
Yes.
we just received the January report
Yes.
yesterday, and it's not part of our investigation.
So you just received it, you don't have a computation yet.
Not yet.
Let's just put it on record. I said here earlier that from September 2019, the last quarter, to the first quarter of 2020, ang pumasok ay $633 million or 32 billion pesos. Wala pa yung yen dyan, wala pa yung Hong Kong.
Do you confirm this, sir?
Ika natin.
Huh?
Well, the Bureau of Customs can confirm that, Mr. Chair.
Sorry?
We haven't received a copy of the declaration form, so we can...
Okay, for one, apparently the strict record keeping is even deficient. So how can we come up with with the correct policy? Dr. Gordon says his act is certain, or his own information is that 633 million US dollars came in through our borders from September 9, 2019 to March 5 of 2020. But apparently you cannot even confirm if this is true because your reporting is not updated. Are we not, is that no technology? Ano ba ito? We're still waiting for the paper to come to us instead of electronically transmitted data?
There's a Viber group, Mr. Chair, among intelligence agencies. And of course, you're asking...
Viber group, Mr. Chairman.
I cannot confirm because we don't have the...
The Viber group, the same the media that we use between us. But anyway,
So, just for the record, Secretary Imelda Marcos is here.
yeah.
I think,
Now, okay, this data at least of 336 million, at least that's what your record shows. Did you advise the other concerned authorities on this? For example, did you give this list to the Philippine National Police?
Since we are aware that it is the BSP circular that is being implemented and customs laws are being implemented, in August we shared this information to the Bureau of Customs, Mr. Chair. And the week after that, we likewise shared this information to the Bangko Sentral ng Philippines.
To the Bureau of Customs and
The BSP, Mr. Chair.
BSP. So what happened to this report, to this information? You shared this in August of 2019, 6 months ago. What did we do with this information? If I may ask, yes,
Actually, sir, the information shared by the anti-money laundering
Claro.
so this is of the operation that was launched by the Bureau of Customs, which yielded to the arrest of one personality last September 21, 2019. And this was Mr. Mohammed Chan.
I'm sorry, I did.
The information.
What did you do with this information?
It served as the basis for our operations, which we launched September 21, and which yielded to the arrest of one of the personalities mentioned by Senator Gordon, Mr. Chan Mohammed.
Okay, so you have identified certain personalities.
Yes, sir.
So what did you do after you have identified them?
We continue to monitor the other personalities mentioned in the list provided to us by AMLA, and to this day, operations are ongoing, sir.
Yeah. But okay. The way I understand it, correct me if I'm wrong. What I don't understand the law violated in so far as customs is concerned, because these are all declared.
Mr. Mohammed Chang was arrested because he did not declare.
He did not declare.
Yes, sir.
Now, what about those who declared?
Actually, he misdeclared because the amount that he declared was short of the actual amount that he was actually paying.
Good. So at least there is this guy who you are now prosecuting.
Yes, sir.
And what about those who declared? What did we do with this information that AMLC provided with the customs, the Bangko Sentral? Ano pong so what did you do with this?
Because we feel that we do not have any authority to arrest them or seize the currency that they are bringing itself. They are not the subject of further investigation, sir. For us to be able to look for other violations that they may have committed for us to be able to arrest them.
Can we have somebody from the Central Bank? Is there somebody from the BSP? Yes. Can the lady identify herself?
Representing the governor of the Bangko Sentral. So from our end, since let's say the anti-money laundering still would refer those information to us, we also of course conduct our own examination to certain specific, let's say, money service business. And then, like actually, there's an ongoing right now, even before this came out in the papers or the news around, we already conducted our own examination, so on-site examination. But
What was the result of this examination?
yeah, we just have yet a preliminary result because we're trying to tie up with other involved money service businesses. So for instance, it will not just be one or two money service businesses, and it will be transmitted, let's say, MSB. So frankly, for now, we're investigating two money service businesses, and the initial results is that it will not match with the activity, or let's say a particular license would only involve a certain amount of volume of transactions. So that particular referral would already exceed the one that they have applied as a form of activity to us, meaning it's exceeding already the volume that they have declared to as a registration to the BSP. So for now, we have findings for 2 MSBs, but of course, for also the safety of our examiners, we cannot yet disclose at this time, but in a proper time as well as a proper forum, we can, of course, share the report with the approval of the monetary board. Because right now, I don't have yet the authority to share that specific information, but we already have conducted.
Would you consider, therefore, that these are suspicious transactions because it's way beyond what you
Yes.
said is the standard?
Yes, Mr. Chair. That's why it prompted us to conduct the on-site examination. And it's not yet completed, meaning our examinations for the 2 money service businesses are not yet completed. We're still in the process of gathering more information because it would entail other companies or other money service businesses. But
Sounds like, excuse me, I may interject. I just want to ask, when did you conduct these investigations?
We
January, February?
started conducting the examination in February.
February this year.
Yes, this year po.
But there was a letter, and I will show it to you on the television, on the screen. On October 9, several letters were fired off by the Honorable Customs Commissioner that they have apprehended several folks here, and that is Mohammed, right, for misdeclaration, and another one, Simon Rodriguez, for $700,000. That was not properly declared. So you're only conducting the investigation in February. That was 2019.
Yes, Mr. Chair, if I may, we only received the referral from the AMLC in January of 2020. That's why we prompted.
Is the mail that slow?
Meaning we got the referral from AMLC only in January 2020.
So, did Amlas sit down on this? You got a letter. Central Bank got the letter at the same date. Can you please show the letter? This is the one from Bureau of Customs to Governor Dioklo. Dioklo. And then another letter that was sent to BIR. Show the letter, please. BIR. And then another sent to another agency. Ito sa slide. This is to Fortunato Manahan. Immigration. Alright? October 9. Ano pala yan? Lahat kayo nakatanggap. This is for Central Bank. And that is for Marisa Cobreros of BIR, Commissioner of Tulay. Ano pala yung sulat? At the Laundering Council. If we wait for him, he received it October 9, and you're saying, February na kayo nag-imbestiga, napakatagal naman. You defeat the purpose of the law. Now, let me add, I think I've established that point. The other point that I want to make is Money Laundering Council depends on the apprehension of BOC. BOC does its job, submits the apprehension to Money Laundering Council and to BSP as he did, and nothing is happening. Which goes to another question. Answer that first. Di ba? Nauna yung customs. Pero may intelligence, pero ang customs nahuli na eh. Ang dami na nga, nakalista na lahat. Almost 890 transactions. Wala tayong ginagawa. Because this seems to be a problem in your bureaucracy. Tama po yan. You will meet 1 month and 10 days after your intelligence expires. Huli na. Huli-huli na. Nakasus na yung pera. Nakaipon na sa buong mundo yung pera. I'm shocked. I'm chagrined. Beyond imagination. That bureaucracy at its worst form. Don't you think you should correct that, Attorney Gasela? Right away?
Of course, we agree with the observation.
That's the first good judgment you've made today. Let's talk about the other judgment you're about to make. Do you agree with that? 1 month and 10 days, doon nyo lang malalaman, binigyan na nga kayo ng letter October 9. Kung nabigay sa inyo yan, action yan. Can you please talk to the microphone?
Yes, Mr. Chair, we agree, of course.
Now, if you agree with me then, I go now to the next question. We drop the ball on the O, Hepe, General ng PNP, General ng what? Hanapin nyo ako sa NBI. Hanapin nyo kung saan napunta yung pera yan. Wouldn't that be the correct thing to do? Dineposito ba sa bangko yan? Pumunta ba sa casino yan? Pumasok ba yan sa maute? Oh, hindi ba dapat gano'n? Sir?
Mr. Chair, that is precisely the reason why we raised that concern as early as March. Nagkaroon na kami ng intelligence gathering, we shared this information. Hindi naman po namin pwedeng ma-share yung intelligence information without validating some
What
facts.
do you need to validate? They have pictures, they have reports. Every one of these things that we showed you is contained in an official report, including the immigration certificate, including the customs declaration, where they declare unabashedly that they're bringing in $5 million, $4 million, and many millions of more of dollars. Araw-araw, every other day is another tao, every other day.
But what is happening is that it is reported, and that's the end of it because of our bureaucracy. Can you imagine transactions by the hundreds of billions that can be transmitted in a few seconds, and it takes us a few months to act on this report, Mr. Chairman? I think something's wrong with that.
Hindi ba dapat i-establish yung source ng po? Saan galing yan? Uy, ikaw nagpasok ka, Rodriguez. Saan mo kinuha yung pera niya? Galing ba yan sa drugs? Galing ba sa trial siya? Tuyong po nyo nga sa trono ng investigasyon ng NBI para malaman natin kung saan galing yung pera niya. Oh, what's the answer po?
Based on the declaration forms, Mr. Chair, the top 5 sources of funds declared is business, forex, savings, casino, and salary.
It doesn't matter. Don't you think you should suspicious circumstances na yan? Di ba dapat sila? Saan casino nagpunta? Saan business nagpunta? Ayun na, sinagot na nga ng Central Bank. Beyond capacity. Suspicious na yun.
Yes, Mr. Chair, and that's why we started profiling and requested information from our counterparts abroad regarding requesting certain regulatory information on these individuals.
There's no need for that.
Because we cannot establish money laundering as long as we do not establish the unlawful activity.
But you have the mule, if you want to call it a mule. You have them doing it over and over and over again. One family, Rodriguez, mayroong Elizabeth, Rodriguez, mayroong iba-iba, self-declaration na yan. Iba, if they cannot establish the provenance of the money. Once you cannot establish the provenance of the money, what is the assumption? Money laundering. Hindi mo na kung saan nanggaling yan. And dapat kumita na ang gobyerno niya. Kinumpis ka na natin. Di ba? Pupunta na sa treasury yan. I-deposito na muna yan doon. Kung hindi na mapaliwanag, alam niyo ba kung wala nakukuha ng Amerikano sa kanilang pagkumpisa ng pera? $2.5 billion last year. Di ba? We have that. I checked that last time. They confiscate money. Only 10% is recovered by the mule. The rest goes back to the U.S. government. $2.5 billion. Hindi nyo pa pinahirapan ng buwis ng tao. Now, alam mo, another question here, if you don't mind. Di nyo tinanong kung saan yan, dahil ang flow, hahanapin nyo pa. Now, kung tayo ay magpapatagal, ano kaya mangyayari sa customs sa masipag? Sila nagsabi, kung nahuli namin ito, nag-report kami sa inyo. Eh sir, hindi naman kami pinapansin eh. O na nangyayari? O hindi makikipag-cash sunduan na lang kami sa customs. Sir? We're not happy about this, you know. We're just shocked.
Yes, Mr. Chair, if I may be allowed to comment on the presumption that this is a laundered funds. it's basic under the civil code that good faith is always presumed. So whenever they declare this, and the declaration says the sources of funds is business, forex, savings, and that is why the suspicious circumstance arose, and then we investigated and we gathered facts, requested information from jurisdictions where these passengers came from, and they returned to us. They don't have any derogatory information. Unlike that, the setup or legal framework in the U.S., where they have an anti-bad cash smuggling law, they reverse the presumption, the burden of proof. Under that law, the passengers who carry the bad cash has the burden to prove that the source of funds is legitimate. Under our framework, that does not exist, Mr. Chair, because of that.
I disagree.
Yeah. I disagree also.
Dalawa na kami. Do you agree?
No, you know, and just on that point, sir, you know, that is why we have a suspicious transaction provision in our anti-money laundering counter. And what is that? Transactions which are unusual and cannot be supported by the ordinary course of the business. For example, if I deposit 1 million pesos in a bank, they'll ask me saan galing yan kasi wala naman akong negosyo that will generate 1 million pesos. On the other hand, if San Miguel deposits that, no question asked. In other words, the issue of knowing your customer or client is precisely the reason why at a certain level it becomes a suspicious transaction. Kaya po hindi ako naniniwala na our law does not provide for that. But having said that, you know, all these things happened recently. Since the POGO came into our shores, all these things suddenly happened. Now, you know, I am disappointed, for the record, at the statement today of PAGCOR saying that we are in favor of POGO continuing in our shores because of the income we earn. Such a short-term, short-range statement. The social problems, Mr. Sevilla, that POGO has brought to our country is not worth the regulation fees that you earn from PAGCOR. Let me tell you that right in your face. For 8 billion pesos as fees that you get, you're saying that they should be here. You heard, you saw what happened in multinational village. You saw what this prostitution rings have happened, and these are all connected to POGO. You know, that statement, I must say, is such a stupid statement that indicates the kind of mindset we have. Basta pera pumasok, kahit na lahat ay magiging, all these things we can tolerate all these things now. First, it is common knowledge that the revenues that we generate from PAGCOR is nothing compared to this from focus, nothing compared to the social problems that occurs because of this. But does AMLC have a risk assessment of this focus?
We have conducted 2 sectoral risk assessments on POGO, Mr. Chair.
And what does it say? What is your conclusion?
Well, the first sectoral risk assessment is a study on the financial flow of POGOs as well as their service providers. Our study saw that there are 54 billion transactions flowing within the banking system. 54 billion
transactions.
That includes inflow and outflow of
Yes,
funds.
yes.
And the net inflow would be only 7 billion.
The what?
The net inflow, when you deduct the inflow and outflow.
So, would your assessment, what is the effect of the POGO on our economy? Is it something that's worth it? Is it something that would be significant?
Comparing that to our economy, which is an 18.6 trillion economy, Mr. Chair, the 54 billion financial flow would only represent 0.04% or
Pagtaka, di ba dapat karapatan ng isang normal individual, lalo na yung naghihirap, nagtatrabaho sa gobyerno, nagtatrabaho sa isang empleo, na magtanong, bakit siya nakakapasok tuloy-tuloy? Di ba niya dapat tanungin kung